Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your first gameplay and overview for potentially the most controversial vehicle to be added in this update, and possibly in the last few updates. That's right, the Bhishma, otherwise known as the T-90S Bhishma. This is a rank 7 battle rating 10.7, at least currently 10.7, main battle tank in the, get ready for this, British Ground Forces tech tree, courtesy of the fact that this is an Indian vehicle and Gaijin felt that they should be in the British Ground Forces tech tree due to their historical ties with Great Britain. Now, that being said, this vehicle is, again, it's just let that sink in, a T-90 in the Great Britain ground tech tree. Wow. So that said, this vehicle is actually pretty damn similar to the T-90A in the Russian ground tech tree, although there are some key differences, namely the Stora 1. So where these big blocks of ERA are, it's not here. The Stora 1. Rather, again, they are replaced with these big blocks of ERA. You also have this bulldozer blade in the front, which is really nice, but currently, even if you remove it, it's still going to be there, and it still even has the modeling there, so I'm sure that's just a dev blog or dev server thing, so, which, by the way, everything in the dev server is subject to change. Additionally, the smoke grenades are angled a bit differently here with the Bhishma, whereas in the Russian, they are a bit more forward. Here, they are a bit angled up, probably what, like a 60-degree angle, it looks like. And then otherwise, probably the biggest thing that a lot of people are going to be really ticked off about here is the fact that this only has access to the 3BM42, which only has upwards of 450 millimeters of armor pen at max, whereas the Russians, at the same BR, mind you, 10.7 BR currently, have access to the 3BM60 with 580 millimeters of armor, and they also have a laser warning system, whereas the Bhishma does not. So that's something you might want to consider. That kind of sucks, to be honest with you. Well, at least that's what it looks like. So, you know, again, dev server, this is a little janky. I'm not going to say that they do or do not. I don't see anything for a laser rangefinder either. So I'm assuming it's just missing the modification here, and that this will get it in the regular live server. So Don't just quote me on this that it doesn't have a laser rangefinder or laser warning system. I just think that's a dev server thing where they just kind of forgot to put it there. Otherwise, this has, I believe, Gen 3 thermal, so it's a really effective vehicle overall. Pretty much just slightly better armor in a way, but again, it lacks the Stora 1, and it lacks that really good 3BM60 while maintaining the same 10.7 BR. So that said, let's go ahead, get into a match here. Don't kill the messenger. Just because you might not like this in the British Grand Tech tree, and I totally understand why you might not and why you wouldn't, just don't kill the messenger, please. I'm just here to have fun and show you guys exactly how this thing plays. That's it. Let's get into it. Is it just me, or does this water look a lot deeper and a lot angrier now in this update? I don't know. Oh, we have ourselves a leopard. Had ourselves a leopard. 2A6. Very nice. Now, when it comes to the 3BM42, it's still a perfectly good shot. You know, I mean, like, it's not like the M1 Abrams with its substandard, whatever the heck round it has. Whereas, you know, I mean, this can still go right through the front of most tanks with ease. Now, bear in mind, that was a Centurion I just hit, which doesn't really have much armor, and I'm going to do the same right there to an M4A2, so you can't really expect all too much. When it comes to dev server gameplay, unfortunately, simply because, man, that guy hates me, huh? Simply because, I'm going to respawn in a second, but it's really that almost everybody is a bot. So I said, let's respawn and get back into it. To put it succinctly, this vehicle is pretty much just a different okay, really? You're going to do that? To put it succinctly, this vehicle is essentially just, okay, I love setting those things on fire. It's just a better, or a worse version, rather, of, can I hit him? Nice. Of what you'd find in the Russian ground tech tree. I think it's a worse version. Now, I mean, oh, Jesus. I can't say that with 100% certainty, unfortunately. But, for the most part, with the exception of the fact that it has arguably better armor, this thing really doesn't do anything necessarily any better. You know, the 3BM42, while it, again, is perfectly serviceable, isn't really incredibly fantastic at this BR, but it's also not terrible. You know, it's an okay shell. So, I mean, overall, it's pretty good. It's got the same cannon charge ATGM. Like I said, slightly better armor on the fact that it has more ERA, but also it loses the Stura 1, which, again, some people might prefer. So, it's kind of a mixed bag, unfortunately. But that's kind of how it is. I mean, like, with the T-90U, the Swedish version, geez, like, that thing feels neutered because of the shell it has compared to other variants. And when that thing first came out, it was the same exact BR as other variants that had way better ammunition and other things as well. So, thankfully, this doesn't feel like it's quite that bad, but it's also not really a good thing. Okay. But this does have pretty decent armor. I mean, I was able to kill a Gepard or Gepard or whatever you want to call him. So not too bad, you know. But I mean, ultimately, what can be said about this vehicle that hasn't been already said a Brazilian times, right? It's really good as an overall vehicle in War Thunder. I'm not going to make any claims to its effectiveness in real life, but let's just get one more match in after this. I feel like it might not be a bad idea. That was an ugly shot, by the way. Just don't even pretend. Just pretend I didn't even make that shot. Like, didn't even happen. So I said, let's just get into one more real quick match, but not bad. I mean, even though I was bullying a lot of World War II vehicles, not bad. So I don't know about you guys, but you know, obviously, again, this is a fairly controversial addition to the British Grand Tech Tree. Again, T-90 in the British Grand Tech Tree. But let me know what you guys think. I'm genuinely curious about it. You know, what the opinion is, what your opinion is on this vehicle. Because, I mean, for me, I can understand, but at the same token, it's just like, you know, it almost takes away some of the uniqueness of tech trees, right? Like, even though the Challengers, yeah, they kind of suck for the most part in War Thunder, it's, I don't know. Adding a T-90 to the British Ground Tech Tree just kind of seems a little crappy. I don't know. That's all. It's just, it's more of an authenticity thing. And yes, I understand the Indians use this vehicle, and of course the Indians did have historical ties to Russia. I'm not denying that at all. But it just, again, kind of feels a little bit weird. You know, that's all. That's all. We have some sort of an enemy over here. Okay, we have streets of... But again, just kind of continuing on that rant, if you want to call it that was on just a few short moments ago. Do I feel that this is a bad vehicle, a bad addition? Yes and no. Like, I mean, I personally love playing the T-90 in War Thunder. And even with the BM42, this is still an incredibly effective weapon, especially if you know where exactly to shoot. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's a quick enough vehicle. It's got great armor on the front. And it's got a pretty capable round, you know? And maybe this will kind of bring the T-90A up to 11.0 because it's got that better ammunition. But we'll have to wait and see. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm split on the issue. You know what? You guys, if you guys give me an opinion, like, seriously, I am one who will change and mold their opinion to fit the best, you know, the best ideas possible. So if you guys have a good opinion as to why this vehicle should not be in War Thunder, at least for the British Ground Tech Tree, tell me. Like, seriously, I'm saying that because I'm interested, and I want to hear all sides to this story. You know, whether it's a good idea, whether it's a bad idea, you know, I'm interested. Just genuinely interested because, I don't know. I mean, it's a great vehicle. This is a surprisingly good vehicle. And I think this might have Gen 3 thermals, whereas the standard one has Gen 2. Now, I may be wrong in that assertion, so if I am, again, let me know. I'll be an idiot about that. But I kind of feel like this might have better thermals. Again, it does have better armor, which is cool. So we do have an enemy something. Looks like a Panzer Battalion. Oh, no, that's a VRCC. Whoops. Farts. Ah, farts! Okay, I do have an auto-loader, which is fantastic. And I just died. So I said, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Again, give me your opinions. But, either way, thanks again, and I will see you all on the other side. So I just got done playing a British tech tree Russian vehicle that was sold to the Indians, and now I'm flying an American drone, all in the same exact... This game has gotten really diluted. Anyways, take care, everyone.